What's your question?
My name is Laura, and my question is probably a very, very unique one. It's actually a situation that I'd like to know, we'd like to know. It's not my situation. Of course not. Mm-hmm. It's not. I haven't been married 30 years. I'm only 30, so.
All right.
I'm really not 30. But, have you ever heard of a 30-year marriage that involved a 16-year infidelity with the same woman? What are your thoughts? We already know the answer.
He sort of got some discipline, right?
Sis, listen, hold on.
I mean, at least it's just one, right?
Hold on, y'all.
He in 2 marriages.
I know, right? That's 2 relationships. That's poly.
Well, hold on, Ace, because hold on, y'all, listen, seriously, because this is exactly why I say be very aware and very careful of who you lend your ear to for wise counsel. Let me tell you why I say that. Because I always say, I don't want to hear you've been married 15 years and miserable and cheating for 13. I don't want advice from that. Okay, I'd rather take advice from somebody who is either single and happy, okay, and celibate because they know their worth. I'd rather take advice to someone who is newly married and they got some respect and some honoring going on up in that house, and they got some healthy communication, and they can lead by example. Because if you're gonna give me your recipe to what has had me in a relationship for 16, 15 years while you got a whole side bitch, I'll pass. I'll pass. So that's what I got to say about that. Because too many people, I wrap on this, have to say, well, why would you take relationship advice from somebody single? Bitch, because he on his 3rd baby with you, and I'm actually healthy and happy. How about that? Because you don't. Y'all can clap it up for that. Nothing wrong with that. We gonna keep it real? I always say, I don't teach people how to be married. I teach them how to be individually happy. I teach them how to get out of their own way, because you bring yourself to the marriage, okay? So I teach you how to get through your shit. So your shit doesn't create barriers in your shit. Because it's the collective that has to work, but it's individually that makes the collective. So I don't want to hear you've been married 15 years, but miserable 13, and you're going to tell me you get better advice than some folks who are single. I'll pass, bitch.
You better tell him. You better tell. Now, I will say this, because one of the observations I made, though, is how the fuck you juggle another relationship for 16 years?
That boy got incredible time management.
I know. I mean, incredible, pristine time management. Now, how did this hypothetical affair get found out?
It was actually really funny. I'm sure you're okay that I share this, right?
Yeah, go ahead. It's about a,
Imaginary friend.
Okay.
It's a safe space here.
I just need to make sure. So a legal document, they're filing taxes, right? And it was an e-doc, okay? And it was like, here, sign the e-doc. Okay, let me download it just, because I want to make sure I have it for my records. It's on his phone. And so it gets downloaded, and I'm gonna go to the downloads now because I'm gonna email it to myself.
That makes sense.
And then we go to the downloads. There was a discovery of photos.
Oh.
That was forgotten to be deleted on the downloads.
Girl, this tea brewing. Tea hot.
And so that's where it started. And then it led to finding the phone, grabbing his phone, going through his text messages, and a friend happened to have a double phone number contact, I should say a double contact on there, and click on the secondary contact of the same person, and it's a whole thread of, you're not talking to your homeboy, can I see you? Right?
I mean,
He might be.
We supposed to be hooping on Saturday.
Can I see you? When can I see you?
Can I ask you this question? Because I got in trouble in Chicago about this very thing. All right, hear me out. Let me get this whole thing out. I'm going somewhere. Trust me, I do this for a living. Do not jump on the first thing I ask. Before finding out, was she happy in a relationship?
I mean, I can't answer that.
She here. Hold on.
No, I want to say,
you know, there are times yes and no. Marriage is not easy.
So the reason I say this is there are a lot of men, wrongfully so. So I'm gonna say wrongfully so. There are a lot of men who, because they've had this foundation of 2 relationships for 16 years, because that's what it is, that became part of his personality, his character, his support system, and the way he's shown up. Think about it. There are times in that relationship, their marriage, where there was problems that he had with his side girl that bled into her marriage. And she was wondering what the fuck was wrong with him. And he looking at TV, sad as fuck. And now he talking about the job tripping. No, it's his side chick tripping. And here's the thing. You know how much turmoil as a man that is, where you can't talk to your best friend about your other chick because we happen to be married? Listen, I want to be able to...
I have another question.
Go ahead.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
I have a real question. Ladies, open all your ears. What year did she decide to not see and go in denial that he had a whole side chick?
Uh-oh.
What year? Because there's no 16-year relationship outside of somebody's house.
Career. It's hard because of his career.
He
What's his
traveled a lot.
career?
No,
Is it traveling? It requires traveling?
that don't matter.
It's a nightlife. I'm gonna go nightlife.
No. Give
What's his
me
career?
Bring her here, bro. It's only 100 people here.
Just tell her to come up here.
Hold on, no. She can stay. But hold on. But give me the, like, an example. It don't have to be the
It's
career.
Law enforcement. So he's.
Oh
working a lot.
shit. Oh, law enforcement. Oh shit. That's one of those whole jobs.
Are they still together?
Huh?
They still together?
Yeah, she found out in February, right before Valentine's Day.
this year.
and-
Oh, this
yeah,
year.
this year. This just all
fresh.
happened. Yeah, and
February
and
ain't
then
fresh.
he-
She should have had at least 4 boxes packed by now.
He admitted to it. He told her it's been 16 years. He admitted to it. He said, you know what, I feel good that it's finally out now.
You dickhead.
All right. And he
So
broke.
wait,
Hold
wait,
on.
wait,
One more question before we get into this. And since he's broken up with her since then.
No, she kicked his ass out of the house, and so now he lives somewhere else. But
Somewhere else? We know where he's living. Wait, he had a backup plan. Like, he's good to go. Are there kids involved in this?
yes, adult kids. No, I'm sorry. With the other person, no kids involved with them.
But with the immediate marriage, it's grown
Immediate
kids.
marriage, yeah, adult children, and they know.
So my question is, why didn't she leave when she first found out on year number 1 or year number 3?
She never knew. He was
she
really
just
good.
found out in
I ain't taking that. I'm sorry.
I think it's possible. Anybody on the panel? Does anybody on the panel think it's possible to hide a 16-year affair in a marriage?
Hell yeah. I know a couple niggas back home doing it right now.
So, when you have a job in law enforcement, it's like, I can't talk about it, because it's a lot of trauma and what they experience and see. So there's a fine line of, what we don't discuss, what we don't bring home what happened at work, because as law enforcement, first responders, they see a lot of shit. It's heavy. So she has learned, don't ask.
So
I agree.
she learned to see something, don't ask any questions,
Because it
turn
was
a blind
part of,
eye, and
like,
continue to
his
let him have a
job.
side chick. I can't.
No,
that
but
was
okay,
like-
I disagree with that. Okay, before Kitty, do you have a thought?
Jesus. Oh Lord. I know people who've actually had 15, 14, 16-year affairs. So it's not a really
With the same person?
Yeah,
Really?
it's not really a unique situation. You'll be surprised what we
Wow.
actually get across our desk a lot of times. But when we start talking about that, that's a whole emotional affair. Like 16 years with the same person, that's a major investment that you made.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like you've created a separate life outside of me, and then to be arrogant enough to say, "Oh, finally, I feel free to know that you finally found out about it." But you
100%.
held this like that. that's a deeper level of betrayal. Like that's the reason why I was like, if that woman's here, don't come to the mic, because that's actually humiliating.
Yeah,
to,
no, we know
to
the
deal
answer.
with. You
She
know,
knows the answer. She knows her worth. She knows her value.
Yeah.
She has a huge support system.
and I'm
It's-
grateful that she does, because I'm only gonna add to this point, because it actually is good that she made him leave the marital home. He left the marital home a long time ago. That covenant had been broken.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this for whoever that young woman is. That level of betrayal for that long of time will break you in many ways that you don't necessarily see. It's good at first. Initially, you're like, I got my support and stuff like that. But the nights where I'm sleeping alone and I have to remember the life that I built was a lie, that's a lot. And I say that because she's gonna need extended support. In the moments where she's extremely quiet, reach out to her.
Absolutely.
Pop up at the house and do stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Also, get her familiar with learning who she is now and really having a good time with herself now. And I don't mean just going out here laying up under nobody else. I ain't talking about that. But really helping her get to know who she is now,
Right.
because she's grieving. And post-infidelity is something that a lot of people suffer with, major depression.
Yes.
And then also trying to get through that adjustment period. A lot of people end up having adjustment disorders because of that. It is really hard to go through that transition and adjust to what your new reality is. So also helping her learn how to practice that radical acceptance of, even though I don't want to have this reality, learning that this is the reality that I have, but it doesn't take away from who I am.
Right.
So, yeah.
You know what's the hardest part about that to accept? Is that in this scenario, there was another woman that he was probably more honest with.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So the other woman probably knew more of his secrets, more of his life, more of his true self. So it's like, hold on, time out. So this woman knew. You trusted her with the truth and gave her a choice, but you took that away from me? You made me unknowingly a participant in this poly relationship because you wasn't man enough to tell me. And it's not, here's the thing, it's not like you're not man enough to do it, because you were man enough to probably tell her. And then think about how many, and this is gonna be fucked up, think about how many points he gave her because she held him down for 16 years.
She was married too.
Did y'all tell
Thank you so much for your question. This is where we get off this train. We appreciate you. Where's number 5? Is question number 5 here? Can she go ahead and come to the mic?